And we're back with a new video. Today we are discussing which hab is the next to be traded. Where and when will Jeff Gordon and Kent Hughes send these players off to? Like always, don't forget to leave a like and smash that subscribe button to see more hockey content. It helps grow and spread this channel. The first player that I think is likely to be moved is Jake Allen. Jake Allen is on the last year of his contract making $2.875 million a year, which is a good contract for a player like him. He is most likely going to be traded to a contender during the season or at the trade deadline. I see him going to Dallas, New York, or the Vegas Golden Knights as they are in a desperate need for a starting goaltender. With Jake Allen, you get a quality starting goaltender who put up a .905 save percentage this past season, backstopping an atrocious Canadiens team. I could see him getting traded for a second or maybe even a first round pick depending on what the market's like and how desperate teams are for Jake Allen. We've seen Kent Hughes get the maximum trade value out of players. With the second most likely player to get traded, I have Mike Hoffman. Mike Hoffman recently came to Montreal and he is most likely leaving, with the Canadiens transitioning to a younger and cheaper roster. Mike Hoffman is a good second line player and can slot in on your power play. He makes $4.5 million for 2 more years and can instantly help a contending team who's trying to win a cup. I don't think his value is as high as people think it is, but if the Canadiens can get a third round pick and a mid-level prospect for Mike Hoffman, I think that'd be a really good package for a player that's nearing the end of his prime and on a pretty hefty contract. With a third player that might be traded by the Canadiens is Christian Dvorak. Christian Dvorak is a very interesting player as he was traded for a first and a second round pick. The Canadiens obviously will not be getting that type of return back, but you could still get value for him. A report came out that he was worth a third or fourth round pick, and if he's worth that much, I do not see him being flipped as he's still under team control until 2025, making around $4.5 million a year. I could see him being dealt with a trade deadline for a second round pick and a prospect maybe. Kent Hughes sets his sights and doesn't budge unless someone else meets them, and we've seen that before with Jeff Petrie and the Tyler Toffoli deals. The fourth most likely had to be traded in my opinion is Joel Armia. Joel Armia had played a very important role in the 2021 Stanley Cup playoff run, but ever since then he has not been the same player. His production dropped and hasn't been as solid defensively as he once was. The return for Joel Armia would not be too high in my opinion. Maybe a fourth or third round pick coming back to the Habs if they're lucky. With the fifth and final player that I think will be moved is Jonathan Drouin. Jonathan Drouin is on his final year of his project and should be healthy to start the season. He hasn't played a full season since 2019 and needs to prove to the Canadiens and the league that he is worth another chance and a pay raise this coming off-season. Jonathan Drouin is an interesting player because he hasn't been healthy, but when he is healthy, he is a solid second or third line winger. If Ken Hughes could trade him for a second round pick or a third round pick and a prospect, I'd be very impressed. And that's it for today. Thank you all for watching. Remember, have a blessed day. We have hockey content coming almost every day. Stay tuned. Remember to hit that like button and smash that subscribe button.